presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for a WFCN Game of the Week. Powered by our incredible sponsors. Watermark Auto Group. John A. Logan College. Black Diamond Harley Davidson. Moreland-Bishop McDonalds. Deaconess, Illinois Medical Center. Chick-Fil-A of Marion. Anderson's Furniture and Mattress. The Illinois Army National Guard. Legence Bank. Kemper CPA Group. The City of Herrin. The City of Sesser. Banterra Bank. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The Bank of Herrin. State Farm Kenya Garner. SIU Credit Union. SouthernTrust Bank. The Print Shop at Pieces of Learning. First Southern Bank. Anderson Boys Trash Service. State Bank of Whittington. Urology Institute.
Hello and welcome to the WFCN Southern Illinois High School football game of the week. I'm Aaron Price, the lead reporter at WFCN. I'm joined alongside Garrett Smith, who does play-by-play for the WFCN game of the week, and Drew Smith behind the camera. Tonight, we have for you what promises to likely be an exciting contest between the West Frankfort Redbirds and the Benton Rangers. Both of these teams need just 2 more wins to secure their spot in the IHSA playoffs.
Yeah, Aaron, it's actually, both these teams in must-win territory. Benton with a great start to the season and then kind of falling apart here as of late. And not in a bad way, playing really good teams. And they seemed like mid-season form when we got to call them a long time ago, it feels like now in week 1 against Carterville. And then Frankfort's kind of just beat up on some teams that have been having tough seasons. They've not had a big quality, good win. Man, tonight would be a good chance for that first one.
Yeah, absolutely. They sit at 3-3 and come off a 27-10 loss at Nashville. As you mentioned, Garrett, they had a very strong start to the season. The West Frankfort Redbirds, on the other hand, have a very similar story this season as the Benton Rangers. The Redbirds also stand at 3-3 on the season and also sit at 1-2 in conference play. West Frankfort also started the season off strong with 2 wins over the Massac County Patriots in week 1 and the Herrin Tigers in week 2. The Redbirds lost to Carterville 21-16 in week 3 here on the WFCN Game of the Week, but recovered in week 4 with a 61-34 win over the Pinckneyville Panthers. Since then, the Redbirds have lost their last 2 against Nashville and DuQuoin.
Aaron, if I can real quick, this game always means something. You throw the records out the window. These guys, first time in a long time that these teams are in the identical spots, 3-3, 1-2 in conference. The winner tonight, almost with what schedule's coming up, some easier opponents. I think the winner tonight can just pretty much bank on making the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll play the interviews with both coaches a little bit later on here in the pregame show. But yeah, that's definitely the thoughts of both teams tonight. For sure, this is a must-win to get to the playoffs. And coming up after this quick break, we'll have more previews of the Rangers and Redbirds as both teams look to get one win closer to the playoffs. Stay tuned as the WFCN News Game of the Week continues here from Tabor Field in Benton.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what John A. Logan does for you.
Welcome back to Benton as we are in week 7 of the 2024 football season. Tonight, our game of the week has returned to Franklin County. West Frankfort comes over to Benton looking to avoid their third consecutive loss. The Redbirds' last 2 games have both been conference losses to DuQuoin and Nashville. The Redbirds only have one other conference game on the schedule this season, a week 9 contest with the Anna Jonesboro Wildcats. So tonight is most certainly a must-win in many ways for the West Frankfort Redbirds.
Yeah, and on the other side, you got the Benton Rangers. And, Aaron, we called them early, and they had a great start to the season and blew out Carterville, blew out Salem. Since then, played some really good opponents. Some teams have gotten the best of them, DuQuoin, Murfreesboro, 2 teams that are surely going to be in the postseason.
Yeah.
But eventually, you've got to be able to turn the page and, right the ship and knock off a big opponent. Both teams a great opportunity tonight. After this, Rangers will be back against Pinckneyville before they go to Harrisburg in week 9, which could be a really good ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And we also spoke with West Frankfort head coach Brian Beery a little bit about what he thinks going into this week's game. Here's what he had to say.
All right, so Coach Beery, obviously last week you guys played DuQuoin, but that's also a team that Ben has lost to this season. So I guess both of you are 3-3 on the season. So what are your thoughts going into tonight's game?
Well, we always say that records don't matter during Benton week. It just so happens we're both got the exact same record. So 0-0, 3-3, whatever you want to say, but it's rivalry week.
Talk a little bit about this rivalry. I mean, this is a long-standing rivalry here in Franklin County.
It has. It's one of the best rivalries. This is when people talk about rivalries, they talk about this game. You run into people that are in their 70s and 80s in town, and they're talking about this game. So it's an important game for both communities.
Yeah, this is a really big game, as you mentioned, for your team. With this win tonight, are you hopeful that, you'd be one more win possibly to secure a spot in the playoffs? So I imagine there's a lot riding on this game for you guys tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on this game for both teams. We're both
right.
3-3. We both need this win to secure that spot in the playoffs. So both teams are going to give it their all, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, well, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Once again, that was West Frankfort Redbirds head coach Brian Beery talking a little bit about where the Redbirds have been this season, where they hope to be, which is the playoffs. And as we've been talking about, Garrett, tonight's game really is a deciding factor to that.
Yeah, I basically said the same thing as Coach Beery. It's teams that come in always with the mentality of winning and throwing the record out the window. And I'm interested to see how this plays out because it's a couple teams that have gotten to the same place, but by very different routes to this part of the season. But it should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also had the chance to speak with Benton Rangers head coach, Benton Rangers head coach Justin Groves, rather, about their thoughts going into tonight's game. Here's what he had to say.
All right, so we're here with Coach Groves with the Benton Rangers. You guys are 3-3, just like the Redbirds. This is a big rivalry game, and it really doesn't get much better than this.
It looks like a kind of playoff type atmosphere. We've got our salute to service night here tonight, so shaping up to be a fun night.
Yeah, going into tonight's game, what are some things you're telling your players? I mean, this is a must-win for both teams.
It is, and we just got to make fewer mistakes than we've been making lately, especially offensively. And defense, we gave up some big plays, but we spent a lot of time on the field. So, limit the other team's possessions and make fewer mistakes than them, and don't give up so many big plays, and we'll be all right.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about your game last week. We weren't there to cover that one last week, but just kind of give us a quick recap of that game.
We played good defense and traded drives there for a while with no score, and then they got us on a couple big plays, some misdirection stuff, took advantage of our aggression on defense, and our offense had some struggles in pass protection, and we had a few turnovers. So turnovers and big plays will lose every game for you.
Right. Absolutely. Well, we wish you guys the best of luck. Thank you very much.
That was Benton head coach Justin Groves talking a lot about what to expect tonight here at Tabor Field. And also, as Coach Groves mentioned, it is Patriot night here at Tabor Field. If you take a look at the field right now, we got cheerleaders all out there with their red and blue palms, and also members of the Benton Rangers junior football team is out with the American flag tonight as well. We do thank the Illinois Army National Guard for their presentation and sponsorship of tonight's game. They also sponsored last week's game over at Harrisburg. This week, once again, Patriot Night here in Benton. Some other games going on tonight, Garrett, around the region. Another big one that really kind of just developed over this past week is going on tonight in Johnston City as they're taking on Dixon. Talk a little bit about that game.
Oh, this is a game. This is a freight train of a team that Johnston City is going to play. Coming in 6-0, ranked second in the class of 4A. I think that goes without saying that team is legit. But so are the Indians. They get to play at home. They don't have to make the long trek like Dixon's going to have to do. But we'll keep our eye on that one. That one could be interesting, and we'll see how Johnston City hangs in with them. Harrisburg's at Murfreesboro. Another big game in the Ohio could determine who's going to win the conference. Murphy has been rocking and rolling ever since their Week 1 loss against Carbondale. And you can watch the Marion Wildcat game as they are in Collinsville because no one's driving up there, so you can watch it on the Marion Star Facebook page.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a lot more games also, Aaron, and we'll get to them as the night's going.
Yeah, Marion taking the trip to Collinsville. They're really in desperate need for a win this week as well, coming off a loss last week. So two teams here at Benton also looking for a crucial win, and the Benton Rangers, as we mentioned here on Patriot Night, are getting ready to take the field. Weather-wise, perfect this evening once again. I imagine it'll get a little bit chillier as the night goes on, but compared to the hurricane weather we had just 2 weeks ago, this is definitely desired here for Rangers and Redbirds fans. And now the Benton Rangers taking to the field here on their home turf for Patriot Night. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at both of these teams and our upcoming broadcast schedule and more. You're watching the WFCN Game of the Week here from Tabor Field. We'll be right back.
No matter the length of your journey, come discover the savings during the Columbus Day sale at Anderson's Family of Stores, where we've got savings of up to 25% off store-wide on thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery, or receive up to 5 years no interest. And we provide same-day delivery on most mattresses, up to 25% off store-wide or 5 years interest-free financing at our Columbus Day sale, only at Anderson's Family of Stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
We welcome you back to Tabor Field. As we mentioned, it is Patriot Night here at Tabor Field, and they are honoring our local veterans and those who have served in the United States military with a special presentation of the American flag on the field tonight. We're going to go ahead and let you listen in as the national anthem is presented here at Tabor Field this evening.
When tragedy strikes, these men and women are always there to help. And we thank them for their extraordinary service to our community. first responders to the field.
Once again, the Benton Rangers welcoming first responders to the field tonight, as well as local veterans. They're joined by members of the Franklin County Sheriff's Office K-9 unit at midfield.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll turn your attention to the east end zone, members of our 7th and 8th grade JFL teams will present the flag. We celebrate the men and women of our military this evening for their service in protecting our great nation. Our military has been the cornerstone of our country and a symbol of freedom, which dates back to the formation of the Continental Army in 1775. Generations of brave men and women are part of a rich legacy which have fought and paid the price for freedom that we enjoy. They are professional soldiers that stand ready to engage our enemies. They are warriors. These warriors will never accept defeat as the guardians of our freedom and the American way of life.
So now you see local military personnel making their way on the field from the east side of Tabor Field.
We are welcoming from the west end zone our veterans and active duty military personnel. Please join me now in welcoming to the field BCHS students Lucas Miles, Ethan Osborne, and Isaiah Dalton. Lucas Miles is a senior at Benton High School who completed United States Army basic training at Fort Sill, Oklahoma this past summer. Lucas will be leaving after graduation for training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Lucas is planning on serving his country until retirement. Ethan Osborne is a senior at the Benton High School and is enlisted in the United States Army. He will be leaving June 3rd, 2025 for basic training at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Ethan's goal is to be a combat medic. Senior Benton Ranger football player number 26, Isaiah Dalton, is joining the United States Marine Corps. He is heading for basic training shortly after graduation. Let's hear it for these young men with a big round of applause. The military personnel here tonight have served in many different ways and at different times throughout history, but they all share the same core values: to putting the welfare of our nation before their own, which has been modeled from one generation to another. And for that, we are a grateful nation. We wholeheartedly thank our military personnel and first responders for their service to our community and our country. God bless America. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ranger Band will present tonight's national anthem. Joining the band are Miss Lacey Hagan's Advanced American Sign Language students. Tonight, these young men and women will proudly perform our national anthem through sound and the American Sign Language, honoring the values of unity and freedom that define our nation.
The Benton Ranger Band presenting the United States National Anthem along with members of the Junior Football League and local military and active duty personnel. We welcome you to Tabor Field here in Benton as the Benton Rangers are taking on the West Frankfort Redbirds in what is a must-win for both teams tonight. We are in Week 7 of local high school football. Next week, we want to remind you that we will have Week 8 action over in Sesser as the Johnson City Indians will be visiting the Sesser Valier Red Devils in what is sure to be an exciting matchup. That is the last regularly scheduled game. However, we still do have our Week 9 game that is still up in the air. That's our TBA game. And Garrett, there's a lot of good candidates potentially for that game in Week 9 as well.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot. And there's going to be a lot of games that decide conference standings, conference championships, playoff berth, where they're going to go. But I think that can be said about this week and next week also. Next week's going to probably determine the Black Diamond.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens in Johnson City tonight, not a conference game. So Sesser and JC is probably going to battle it out like they did last year. Sesser got the advantage. Johnson City's looking really good. They're scoring a lot of points. Could be interesting the contrast in that one because Sesser's not giving up very many points. We'll see which one gives. But, Week 9 is going to be fun. A lot of good ones tonight I'm looking at that I'll get going in a little bit, and I'll get you some scores as the night goes.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our Watermark Auto Group keys to the game right after this.
Philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them. We want to build relationships with our customers. We just don't want to do a transaction and it stops there.
Community banking is relationships. Legence Bank is relationships. There's so many customers that they are not a number, they are a customer, they are a relationship that's not only financial but personal.
Legence loves local.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
All right, we welcome you back to Tabor Field for tonight's matchup between the Benton Rangers and the West Frankfort Redbirds. Garrett, quickly go over some of our keys to the game tonight.
Yeah, and we'll go off the theme, celebrating military and first responders. Both sides, I'd like to see some toughness tonight. And, and what I mean by that, it's what team's going to win in the trenches. Both teams prefer to run. They both have capable quarterbacks, but they like to run it more. If you win in the trenches, stop the run, you can force somebody to have to air it out, maybe force an interception or a forced bad pass. Toughness, that's always the key in this game between these two towns.
And we've already seen both these teams at least once this season on our game of the week. But once again, talk about some of the players to watch for both teams tonight.
I want to see, we got to see Jesser Zepeda do a whole lot, jack of all trades, and I want to see what he offers Benton tonight. He can kick, he can run, he can receive, he can play defense. That's who I'm looking at. Benton's got a lot of guys. West Frankfort, man, they run through Travion Johnson. I mean, when he's going, they are going. And there's not many teams that Frankfort can't beat if he's having a great game.
Right.
And on the flip side, he has to have a good game for Frankfort to stay in this one.
Yeah.
He has to be the key player for West Frankfort.
Yeah. Watermark Auto Group keys to the game. You're watching the Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show. We'll have football coming to you right after this quick break. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WFCN News Game of the Week.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
3 hospitals, 1 shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
All right, welcome back to Tabor Field in Benton. We're just about ready for kickoff as both teams have completed the coin toss and the shake of hands out in midfield. This is Week 7 rivalry football action from Tabor Field. Once again, I'm Aaron Price, joined alongside Garrett Smith and Drew Smith on camera. Garrett, tonight is, as we mentioned time and time again in the pregame show, a must-win for both teams. We talked a little bit about both players, of which players to watch, but talk a lot about, what do you think, I guess, the Rangers' approach going into this game as far as running the ball or passing the ball is going to be?
I don't know. I haven't seen them since Week 1, but I know they have very capable running backs. They can throw it if they need to. They probably like to run it, and if they have their way, they'll just keep running it. But if they have to, Tiffin Kazookas is a pretty good quarterback to have him air it out. So you run it, and if you have to, change something up, they'll start throwing it. Frankfurt's had some issues with the run game here recently, so they'll have to step up, or else that can become an issue for the Redbirds defensively. Frankfurt's going to start with the football. They won the toss, elect to receive. And it's Zepeda who will kick off for the Benton Rangers here at their home Tabor Field here in Week 7. Hosting their old friends just a few miles south, the West Frankfort Redbirds. This ball going towards the sideline, and it's going to go out. That's going to be an easy start at the 35 for West Frankfort. Smart by the return man to let that go out of bounds. And you'll start with excellent field position out at their own 35. And West Frankfort, they're going to be quarterbacked by sophomore Lucas Parker. But as I said, and Travion Johnson's the guy they want to go through. And I think the key for Frankfort is try to open up play calling a little bit here in the first. Don't just show that you're just going to run it every time. You don't have to hand it off to Travion every time. Maybe run a back out in the flat, try to dump it off to him, get a little check down pass or something. But don't become too predictable which I think can sometimes be their biggest enemy.
All right, so here we go. Redbirds with the ball. It'll be Cameron Joyner. Second and 12 for the Redbirds on the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and I guess you can't go to Travion Johnson when he's not starting on the field. He's not out there. Not going to speculate on the situation. But Lucas Parker completes a pass over the middle, just shy of the 45, so that's going to make second and long, third and short. And there it is. You open up some options offensively when you throw the football, and it spreads the offense, makes the defense play a little bit more truer across the whole field. They can't stack the trenches and just try to go after a run, but big momentum third down here.
Yeah.
Early in the ballgame, minute in.
Ball's on the 43-yard line, 3rd and 2 for the Benton Range or the West Frankfort Redbirds.
Couple receivers out to the left. They'll hand it off, and going to be short. That was Ethan Odom, who got maybe one, but it's going to be an early 4th and 1. And Frankfort's offense looks like they might stay out there and say, giving you a message real early that, hey, 4th and short, we're probably going for it.
Yep.
And that could change. They might be just trying to get them to jump. Early game jitters, that playing a team at their home field. You'd be surprised how many times it'll work.
Yep.
And that might be what they're trying to do here. And now there is a flag, and it's going to be false start on West Frankfort. Well, that'll make the decision easier. Now you're definitely punting the football.
Yep.
Grant Owens will be the return man.
Clayton Dent will kick for the West Frankfort Redbirds. Yeah, penalties can definitely cost you,
And I don't think they were going to go for it. I think they were trying to get Benton to jump, but in the same sense, you end up jumping on your own. So
right.
Dent gets a very favorable bounce. It's going to roll inside the 25 and settle around the 22. But Benton does their job. They get a quick 3 and out. They get the football, and they can set up shop. Defense already a big plus. They gave up a good pass chunk there, so maybe see Frankfort go back to that and a little bit to the passing game. But, they ran the ball twice, and 2 different running backs were stuffed at the line.
So it'll be Rangers with the football on the 22-yard line, a little under 10 minutes left here in the first quarter of play, and it's going to be a timeout for the defense. With that, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the WFCN News Game of the Week. Looks like despite what I thought I heard, they're not going to be calling a timeout. So we're going to remain here with you.
Yeah, I didn't see a flag on the return. I just didn't notice it, but it had to have been something on the return. Frankfort gets a new set of downs. I mean, that is huge.
So the ball will be on around the 44-yard line for the West Frankfort Redbirds. Yeah, as you mentioned, Garrett, a big break early on here for the Redbirds, getting back an opportunity they gave up in the last set, so we'll see what they're able to do here.
And Travion Johnson's into the ball game. And Frankfort somehow jumped back on that football. He lost it somewhere in between the handoff from Parker to Johnson. And the fact that it was fumbled forward, they're going to gain yards out of it.
Yeah.
But, man, not a good start.
No.
First snap in the ball game for Frankfort's star running back.
So it'll be a gain of a little under 2 yards, 2nd and 8 for the Redbirds.
Not even sure who got on that, but
I couldn't tell
initial view from our vantage point, it looked like Benton was going to get that football. So good job for whoever Frankfort sent out there. And they have a receiver wide open down the right sideline. It knocked out of bounds. Ethan Odom.
Big throw by Lucas Parker, and, man, that was spot on.
Well, you don't even have to be when he's that wide open.
Yeah.
He didn't have a defender anywhere near him.
Right.
And that's one where you want to play it safe. Normally you're taught to throw to the, to where the defender can't get it. When there's no defender, just put it right there in the guy's chest. And as you said, good execution.
That'll move the Redbirds all the way down to the 17-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 with 9 minutes to go. Throw again, that's 14. Eli Tyson, and he will gain a few yards. There's a flag on the field.
Yeah, I mean, he got rocked, but it was a good completion. That's a good for a First Southern Bank first down. A good 12-yard gain.
It'll be 1st and goal for the Redbirds. Man, couldn't have predicted this, I guess, after how it started. But somehow the West Frankfort Redbirds have made their way all the way down to 1st and goal, and
that's Odom. He's near the goal line, and he's in. Ethan Odom from 5 yards out, and West Frankfort strikes first.
Five-yard touchdown run for Ethan Odom. He's the same one that caught that big pass by Lucas Parker.
How about a start for Ethan Odom?
Yeah.
Been involved in a lot of plays.
Absolutely. So that'll make it 6-0 Redbirds early on here in the first quarter. Started the game.
And Frankfort's a team that likes to go for two. So
yeah.
And it looks like that's what they'll do here. Man in motion. And that's where they'll toss it to. And not even getting close on the attempt going around the left edge. That was Joyner. So it'll be 6-0.
So West Frankfort Redbirds strike first here at Tabor Field. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the WFCN News Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the print shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the print shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
We welcome you back to Tabor Field. It'll be Clayton Dent kicking off for the West Frankfort Redbirds. And Garrett, they just had a big start to this game, 6-0 over the Rangers.
A huge turn of events. They looked like they had a 3-and-out, and they had to punt. Instead, somewhere during that special teams return attempt from Benton, and they had to a penalty cost them, gave the ball back to Frankfort, and end up giving up a touchdown on it. So always difficult to watch that, especially as an offense. You think you're going out on the field, and then you have to sit there and wait even longer. But it's early. you haven't taken the field yet, you got a chance to respond right away.
Decent job there by the Rangers. Able to get the ball up to the 42-yard line. That's where they'll start 1st and 10.
Yeah, already nearing midfield, so
Yep.
great field position here for the Rangers. Kazukis tosses out right. That's Kinsman. He's got more than enough for a first down. Brought to you by First Southern Bank. One quick play, and the Rangers are in enemy territory.
Ball will be spotted around the 41-yard line. 8:22 left to go here in the first quarter. Here's the snap. Hands it off, and he's almost brought down.
Yeah, right around the line, maybe
Yep.
1 yard. Momentum pushed him forward across the 40. So more like a yard and a half, but it's going to be second down. Good early down defensive effort from West Frankfort.
20 A.J. Craven on that carry.
Man in motion to the right. Shotgun. Kazukis drops back, hits his receiver. That's Owens. Owens will fight and get the first down.
Right at the first down line.
They might have him marked a little bit
I was about to
shy,
say, it was
actually.
right there. Yeah, very close.
Yeah, they got him a yard short.
3rd and 1 on the 33-yard line. On the 7-yard.
This is 2-down territory, though. You're, nearing the 30. You basically got 2 plays to get 1 yard. Kazukis drops back, looking out left, dump off. There's a wide open running back. That's Kinsman. And wrapped down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Well, now it'll be a First Southern Bank first down for the Benton Rangers. Ball will be spotted around the 26-yard line for the Rangers. 1st and 10 with 6:36 left to go here in the first quarter.
Motion man to the right. Snap. Dropping back. Kazukis rolls right immediately. Has a man, and it's completed to his receiver. And nearing the goal line and just shy of the goal line was Schaefer.
About 1 yard shy. It's about as close as you can get of a tackle to the end zone.
Another Benton Ranger First Southern Bank first down. The Rangers not having any issues responding. Back to each side of Kazukis. He'll just keep it up the gut. He powers forward for a touchdown.
So the Benton Rangers answer quick after West Frankfort's first touchdown. That'll make it a tie ball game 6-6. We'll see what the Rangers do. The Redbirds failed on their 2-point conversion after their first touchdown.
Well, if this is any indication of this ball game, it's going to be a fun one, Aaron.
Yeah.
5:40 to go in the first, and both teams already scoring a touchdown.
Yep.
I'd assume they're going to kick a PAT. They
Yep.
got a pretty good kicker, a left footer, Zapata. Now we got something at the line, a motion. It's against the defense.
Yep.
He's lined up in the neutral zone, so move you a little closer. And now you might see a different strategy here.
Oh, yes, they are. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Move a yard closer, or a couple yards closer. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little easier, but if it was 8-6, I understand it. But, right now it's just 6-6. I tried taking the lead, but
Yeah.
just with the PAT, you got a good kicker. But you like to take advantage of those penalties on the goal line like that. Up the gut. And Kazukas is good for the 2-point conversion.
So the 5:43 left to go here in the first quarter of play. It's 8 Bend Rangers to the Redbirds 6 points. We'll be right back. You're watching the WFCN News Game of the Week.
Welcome to Wit and Wisdom, located at 202 North Market in downtown Marion, Illinois. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. Stop in and check out our spirit wear, custom tees, embroidery services, and more, all in a historical boutique setting. Check us out anytime online at www.witandwisdomstore.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marty Blue. I'm a chiropractor in Marion, Illinois now, and I do dry needling and Graston technique, a lot of sports med. I just want people to be able to feel comfortable, call me, make an appointment, just love to talk to people, whatever they need. A lot of times people just say, hey, is this a chiropractic thing? And most of the time it is, and if not, I'll show you where you need to go next. I make it very personalized. There's no canned chiropractic. It's just, whatever you need, we'll talk about it. So just give me a call.
Welcome back to Tabor Field in this big Franklin County rivalry matchup. It's the Benton Rangers versus the West Frankfort Redbirds. Both teams have had a pretty quality start to the game. The Rangers are ahead by 2 after having a good 2-point conversion. What a kick there by Kazukas. And
That's Cepeda. That's the guy I gave player to watch. And
yes.
For many reasons, he plays all 3 sides of the football,
Yep.
Special teams, offense, and defense. Yeah, pretty impressive, right?
Yes.
We saw that a little bit earlier in the year, and
yeah.
But it's so crucial to have that aspect. Frankfort's been looking for somebody that could do it, and they've done fine. But when you got a guy that can specialize in kickoffs and such things, and kick field goals if you need to down late in ball games, it's such a huge advantage to have that on your side. That's what Cepeda gives to the Benton Rangers.
Redbirds will start on the 20-yard line. Here's the snap, hands off to Johnson. That'll be a gain of...
He'll get 2.
Yep. Second and 8 for the Redbirds.
This is a scary situation for West Frankfort. 2 weeks in a row, they marched down the field, scored on their first drive, and then couldn't score until the game was already decided and in favor of the opponent. Same thing here. They take the early lead. They need to try to get out of that trend that has had them lose a couple of ball games in a row.
It's a very good point. Yeah.
Pass out to the left. Joiner for a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and medium. 4:55 to go in the first from the 25 of the Redbirds.
Redbirds on the 25-yard line. It's 3rd and 5.
And we are seeing West Frankfort make adjustments to where they are throwing it more than you would typically see them do. And, I think against a good team, a good defensive team, you have to do that. You can't just run it every play and expect to just march down the field. Parker drops back over the middle. He's picked off, and that's going to be a pick 6. Kyle Thomas, pick 6 from about 32, 33 yards out, and the Benton Rangers are off and running in the first quarter.
Kyle Thomas coming through for the Benton Rangers. That'll make it a 14-6 ball game. You just mentioned, Garrett, we're seeing more throwing from the Redbirds, and sometimes throws can cost you, and they did right there for the Redbirds.
Yeah, it's a risky run, but offensively, you do that. You run it a lot. You run the risk of fumbles. You throw it. you run the risk of interceptions. That just happened to be the ultimate interception of a pick six, and now Zepeda on for the PAT at the 4:19 mark.
It'll be good, so that'll make it 15-6. Rangers on top after a big pick six by Kyle Thomas. We'll be right back right after the break.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the Print Shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the Print Shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
It's a place to work hard, to learn, and to grow. It's a place to relieve stress and unwind. It's a place to have fun and enjoy time together. It's a place to be in your own space, to work out alongside friends, or to be part of a bigger community.
The Hub is the place where you belong.
Visit thehubmarion.com for more info.
Things are electric here at Tabor Field after a big pick six. Puts the Rangers ahead 15-6 over the West Frankfort Redbirds here at Tabor Field. That was Kyle Thomas we just saw before the break with that, and it'll be the Redbirds ball once again here with about 4:19 left to go in the first quarter. Garrett, it's been first quarter full of a lot of action so far.
Yeah, a whole lot. I mean, we've had a couple of games that haven't had this the entire game, so
Yeah.
a lot of just, not that there weren't good offensive outputs, just a lot of runs, but we've already seen a couple of nice passes. Both sides see a nice pick returned. We've seen some nice kicks from Jesper Zepeda, and it's already a lot of action. Let's hope it keeps it up.
Yeah. So the Redbirds with the ball once again on the 20-yard line. We also mentioned, if the Redbirds are going to have a good game against a team like the Rangers, Travion Johnson is a player that they're going to have to utilize as much as they can. We'll see if they do that here. Here's the snap. Throws through the hands of.
It looked like he was going to Den. It just went right through his hands. Would have been caught around the line of scrimmage, so he had a couple blockers over there, but he was going to have to work for some yardage. But instead, it's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 4:14 to go in the first. Yeah, but you got to get him going. Non-factor to this point. You still scored without him. Ethan Odom with the carry, and he's dropped for a loss of a couple, it looks like.
Maybe 3. Yep. Like it. 12 yards to go for the West Frankfort Redbirds, so it's 3rd and 12. Ball will be on the 18-yard line. And that will work in the Redbirds' favor.
Yeah, just trying to jump the snap count and, a little bit of breathing room where you can do it. Still not okay from Benton's side. You don't want to see that when you have your team facing a 3rd and long.
Yeah.
Still 3rd and 7, so it's not like it's a gimme first down here, but makes it a little bit easier for Frankfort to try to draw something up and get those 8. Parker rolls out right. He's firing. He has a man, and it's caught past the sticks for a first down. Out past the 30-yard line. That's Eli Tyson for a first Southern Bank first down.
Yeah.
And Tyson had a lot of space there. We've seen a couple of completions where Frankfort's just had a lot of space on a couple of the cornerbacks. Frankfort goes quick. Dumps out right to Eli Tyson again. They get about half the yards on this set of downs on the first play. Bring up about 2nd and 6 maybe.
They're in between Looks to be 2nd and 6. Ball will be placed.
Might be 5. I think he might have gotten half of it. There it is.
Yep. Ball's on the 38-yard line. Here's the snap. Hands it
Go
off.
to Odom. He'll get a couple, but it's going to bring up another 3rd down. So he gets out just shy of the 40. It's 3rd and 3.
Redbirds got to have these 3rd downs work in their favor. We've seen a lot of them in this short game so far.
And they'll go quick to their Odom out of the backfield. Didn't seem like there was ever any daylight there for Ethan Odom. Nothing he could do. He caught that, and a couple of Rangers had already made their way into the backfield. So 4th and 8, and so Frankfort will have to punt.
Clock's about to tick past 2 minutes here in the first quarter. It's 15-6 Rangers.
Hits are inside the 40, and Grant Owens is going to try to return it. Makes a couple of guys miss. Finally gets sent out. But again, out past the 45, so already nearing midfield will be the Benton Rangers.
Ball is very close to midfield, 3 yards. In fact, it'll be placed on the 47-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Benton. I believe is their 4th of the game, and we're still in the first quarter. And that is dropped by Benton Rangers.
Yeah, just one of the backs out there. Be careful though. I mean, you get any closer, and that's a backwards pass, and that's a live ball.
Mm-hmm.
And that not there, but still get on top of it, pick it up, and don't leave any doubt that you guys have possession of it. But just a little simple drop. The kid's going to be kicking himself about, and there's a snap that's dropped out of the backfield. Kazukas is going to have to run with it, and he's dropped right at the line. So 3rd and 10 coming up for the Rangers.
One thing, I think, Garrett, if you're the Benton Rangers here, I mean, things so far going your way, but you can't get too comfortable. I mean, this, as we mentioned, is a rivalry game. Mistakes can definitely cost you, as they have so far for the Redbirds. Third and 10. Ball still on the 47-yard line. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Here's the snap.
Kazukas drops back, looking over the middle, has a man, hits his man, and going to be short of the first. No, they might give it to him. That's going to be enough for a first. First Southern Bank first down for Benton.
Looked close, but it was right on the line.
Well, that's all it's got to be. If you're on line with it, that counts. And if that's what they deemed it, that's a first down. 40 seconds left, quarter one. And motions to the left. Handoff up the gut. And out around the 40-yard lines goes A.J. Craven.
Coming up on the end of the first quarter here at Tabor Field.
It's a little early, Aaron, but El Dorado up early 6-0 on Sesser Valier in that contest.
Really?
Keep an eye on that. Many more games throughout the night here in Week 7. Rangers see if they snap it here or just let the time wind out. And they're content with running the clock out in quarter one. 15-6 Benton Rangers lead the West Frankfort Redbirds from Tabor Field in Benton, Illinois. This is the WFCN Game of the Week, brought to you by Swinford Media Group.
Since 1999, Clark Natural Stone is a family-owned business that strives to not only offer you the best selection of rock and mulch in the country, but also provide you with the best service. Clark Natural Stone Slinger Truck is a great option when you need rock, sand, or gravel placed in an area not easily accessible to a conventional dump bed. To schedule your delivery or to ask any questions, call 618-997-3889 or visit our website, clarknaturalstone.com.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
We welcome you back to Tabor Field. We're beginning the second quarter on what has been an interesting game so far. It's 15-6 Benton, and they'll have the ball 2nd and 7. Past the 30-yard line, and he almost gets through. That will be Zepeda for the Benton Rangers, so that'll place the ball 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line to begin the second quarter of play. I'm Aaron Price, joined alongside Garrett Smith once again here at Tabor Field.
Yeah, it helps to have different guys to go to, and you saw Zepeda there. Plenty of options in the backfield for Kazukas.
Brought down quick there.
That was Riley Spencer. That was one of the lead backs we saw back in week 1, and he's back in the mix for Benton. Down at the 25, 2nd and 7. Back to both sides of Kazukas. He'll keep, and he'll toss out along the sideline. Knocked out is Craven. And he'll be up at the 15. That's good enough for a first Southern Bank first down. No issues offensively thus far, Aaron, for the Benton Rangers. They've been able to just slowly make their way down the field. But with some powerful plays. There's Cravens again, and he's in from 15 yards out.
15-yard touchdown run for Craven. 21-6 Rangers with 10:30 left to go. We're able to get on the board quick here in the second quarter.
And not a good sight for Frankfort faithful.
No.
Feeling a lot like what they saw the past couple of weeks. You know, scoring early, taking the lead on your opponent, good respectable opponents in Nashville and DuQuoin, and then falling, giving up touchdown after touchdown. Zepeda's point after is good.
So I'll make it 22-6. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the WFCN News Game of the Week from Tabor Field. We'll be right back.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what John A. Logan does for you.
Three hospitals, one shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess, Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
Welcome back to Tabor Field. It's 22-6 Rangers. Some of the scores we're watching around the region right now. Carmi, White County 16-0 over Edwards County. Marion and Collinsville, a close game in the second quarter. Marion 12, Collinsville 13. Fairfield 22 over CZR 7. And DeCoin 21-0 over AJ. Nashville has a 14-0 lead over Pinckneyville.
Yeah, Johnson City scoreless with Dixon in the second. Sesser Valier has jumped back up. Mentioned earlier how they were down 6-0. They're up 16-6. So a couple of touchdowns already for Sesser and a couple of two-point conversions to get the undefeated Red Devils back in prime position.
Another game, of course, we're watching tonight, a big one between Murphy and Harrisburg. That's 12-0 Murfreesboro in the first quarter of play.
Another Red Devil team that's just firing on all cylinders right now. Murfreesboro might be as good as any team in Southern Illinois.
Big throw there, and that is a good throw short of midfield. That's Eli Tyson.
Another pass
for
just
the Redbirds.
Put right there in the basket of a receiver. And Lucas Parker's looked pretty good throwing the football today. He had the one mistake and went back for a touchdown the other way, but just a sophomore, and he's showing a lot of promise for West Frankfort, being able to throw it downfield. It's something that Frankfort's not had in a couple of years. And as they play out to the right, that's Eli Tyson. He'll get a good chunk, but that's the key component. Frankfort, it's pretty simple. They seem to always have a good running game. It's when they have somewhat of a passing game when they go to the postseason. You know, they've had some good quarterbacks here recently that allowed them to make it to the postseason. When they don't have that, it seems like they fall a couple games short. So that could be he could be leading them for a couple more seasons after this one, being that he's still an underclassman.
That'll be a false start, making a 5-yard penalty. First Southern Bank first down for the West Frankfort Redbirds. They're past midfield now around the 44-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. Redbirds looking to answer after they've given up several touchdowns in the first quarter of play.
.9:40 on the timer. And we got a Frankfort timeout.
So with that, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here watching the WFCN News Game of the Week.
At Legence Bank, we make it easy to achieve your financial goals. From investing to purchasing a home and beyond, we are here for you. Working with small businesses, farmers, and individuals, we are your partner in convenient, local, and personalized banking solutions.
Legence Bank has helped us build our locally owned and family-operated business into the Tri-State's #1 furniture and mattress store. They've helped our dreams come true. They've been there every step of the way, and I can't imagine a better bank to work with. Thank you, Legence Bank.
From investing in you to helping our communities grow, we are committed to making a difference at Legence Bank.
No matter the length of your journey, come discover the savings during the Columbus Day sale at Anderson's Family of Stores, where we've got savings of up to 25% off store-wide on thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery, or receive up to 5 years no interest. And we provide same-day delivery on most mattresses, up to 25% off store-wide or 5 years interest-free financing at our Columbus Day sale, only at Anderson's Family of Stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
Welcome back to Tabor Field, where it's first down for the West Frankfort Redbirds on the 44-yard line, 22-6. They're looking to answer after giving up several touchdowns in the first quarter of play. Still pretty early here in the second quarter. We got 9:40 left on the clock. Ball's on the 44-yard line. Here's the snap. Looks like they're going to run it this time, but they're not going to get too far. A gain of maybe 1 or 2.
And that was just a keeper there from Parker. Designed run there on the snap.
They'll pick up 3, 2nd and 7. It's a little bit further than I thought.
Yeah, good spot for the Redbirds. Couple men in the backfield with quarterback Lucas Parker. Goes to Odom. He'll power forward. He'll get, looks like 2 yards across the 40 to the 39. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
I'll be on the 39-yard line for the Redbirds. Force 3rd down.
3rd downs become a lot more crucial when you're trying to come from behind. So a big play here for West Frankfort. Man in motion to the left. It's Lucas Parker. He'll dump it out to the left. Dangerous pass. And caught, but wrapped up immediately.
Surprised the ball didn't come loose on that tackle. It was a hard tackle there.
Yeah, would have just been incomplete, but thrown into coverage there. That could have been another pick six if someone would have jumped the passing lane, and it would have been no one there to stop the defensive back to return it. But 4th and, looked like went backwards maybe a yard, 4th and 6. The offense is still out there. Parker rolls out left, looking to shoot it to his man, and it's knocked incomplete. Turnover on downs. Benton will take over on offense. And had a man. Looked like it was just knocked out of the hands, but decent coverage. But probably a ball that needs to be caught. Probably should have been a 1st down.
Yeah.
But
right
nonetheless,
there by the marker.
nonetheless, Benton takes over. So they get it back, already leading 22-6. Frankfort's not proved that they can stop Benton defensively to this point. So if there's a time to start, now'd be the time. Better late than never, they say. So let's see if Frankfort can try to get a stop and get some momentum.
7:30 left to go. Still quite a bit of time here before half. There's the snap.
A lot of space there for Spencer up the gut. Riley Spencer getting a whole bunch there on 1st down. He'll be 2nd in a couple. 7:15 left in the 1st half.
Just 2 yards to go for the Rangers.
Looking to throw. Bullet pass completed to his receiver. That was Schaefer that time.
It was almost in the hands of Chris Samples, but as you mentioned, Garrett, that was a bullet pass. And
I'm not sure Chris Samples knew the ball was completed. I think he just thought it went by him and turned around. And a couple other guys, the same thing. They noticed, oh, that ball's in play still. That was a completed pass. You didn't really see it when it left the hands. It was a rocket pass there, and wasn't a super deep route. It was just middle of the field, a little 4 or 5 yard throw, and then Schaefer did the rest to move the chains. Quarterback keeper. Kazukas nowhere to go. Momentum's going to bring him backwards. They'll have him marked right at the line, so no gain. And this is a spot for the Rangers. They can run the time here. There's no reason to go quick.
No.
You get the ball to start the 3rd, and you can try to keep Frankfort from getting it back here in this quarter. You're already up you got a 2-score lead, so you feel decent. Kazukas is going to take a shot though, and this is picked off, underthrown, picked off by Cam Joyner.
You just said, Garrett. I mean,
just seems forced.
Yeah, there's not too much. You can run the time there, but nevertheless, it was a big pass there, and that will cost the Rangers. It is in the hands of the Redbirds now with 5:35 left to go.
A pretty smart quarterback that pass that was underthrown by quite a bit.
Yeah.
the receiver had to turn in to try to play the defensive position because it was basically thrown right to Cam Joyner.
Yeah.
Credit to him for still making the play, but pretty. That's a head scratcher for me. I'm not sure why they do that. Parker makes a man miss. He's going to try to flow one up, and this is underthrown, and this one's going to hit the turf incomplete.
Had some of those Benton players been further upfield a little bit, that might have been.
Yeah, that one just got caught up in the air, and had a lot of air underneath it. It just started floating, and guys were miles away, and they still got pretty close to getting back to that ball.
Talk a little bit about it. I mean, obviously this is a rivalry game, but you don't want to get too over your head. I mean, just,
It's always fun to hit, baseball analogy. I'm a baseball guy. It's always fun to hit home runs, but sometimes you just got to, play contact and hit for singles and doubles, and, try to chip away.
Yeah.
You can't get it all back in one play. You certainly can't score this many points in one play. So, just try to work your way back in the game. It's going to take a complete game to get back in it. And, you don't have to hit a home run every time. And both these teams have tried for it a few times, but and it's not worked out. So this is a big play, though, because Benton might get it back pretty quick after just turning it over. It's 3rd and 17, 4:50 left to go, and they're backed up at their own 15-yard line.
Now's when the Redbirds are going to have to try stuff like that, I think.
This is probably a very safe play call here. You probably won't see something crazy.
Yeah.
Just to try to keep the timer running. And this is one where you almost see just a quick pass on a simple route or a handoff. And if something happens, something happens.
So it'll be timeout for the West Frankfort Redbirds. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the WFCN News Game of the Week here on WFCN News.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marty Blue. I'm a chiropractor in Marion, Illinois now, and I do dry needling and Graston technique, a lot of sports med. I just want people to be able to feel comfortable, call me, make an appointment, just love to talk to people, whatever they need. A lot of times people just say, hey, is this a chiropractic thing? And most of the time it is, and if not, I'll show you where you need to go next. I make it very personalized. There's no canned chiropractic. It's just, whatever you need, we'll talk about it. So just give me a call.
Welcome back to the WFC News Game of the Week here from Tabor Field. Redbirds football with 4:39 left to go, but it's a long 3rd and 17 on the 15-yard line. It's been mostly Rangers game so far after an early touchdown from the Redbirds. That is that recovered?
That's going to be an incomplete pass. It's another risky play call. I mean, you end up getting forced to your goal line, and then you try to, make something happen. But with that tip, man, that very easily could have been intercepted. Benton would have been on the doorstep to start a new drive. But Frankfort very fortunate to just come away with where they're able to send it off on a punt instead of sending the defense out there on the goal line already. And that's why big play opportunity, and that wasn't even a big one. That was just a little pass over to the right side, trying to maybe pick up some crazy yards after the catch. But it's the risk you run when you're desperate in 3rd and long.
And you mentioned it, Garrett. I mean, but this is nothing new that we've seen this season from the Redbirds. An early touchdown, and then just the rest of the game is all controlled by their opponent. We've seen that. We saw that with Nashville on our Game of the Week a couple weeks ago. So Redbirds are going to have to change something if they want to get back in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, you're starting across midfield again if you're the Benton Rangers. And still plenty of time. So that pick you had earlier really didn't hurt you any. You're getting it back. Still a lot of time left, and you still don't have to rush. You still got a lot of time.
4:26.
Yeah, you still got a timeout in there. or no, you got all 3 timeouts still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's more what you should have seen the last drive for Benton. Some safe runs, and then if you get in the 3rd and short, then you can look at some play action or something like that. Pick up some yards. But first down, you don't have to get all 10. Just get 4, 3 even, 5 yards, something in that range, and it'll make it much more manageable and have 2 or 3 shots at picking up the first. Here's 2nd and 4. Cravens gets the handoff, and he's going to power forward for a first Southern Bank first down, just shy of the 20-yard line.
We're going to have some other scores for you regionally coming up in the Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. Good game right now. Good defensive game over in Johnson City. Just watching some of that. It's still scoreless nearly at the half.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a couple of teams that score a lot of points. So that's saying a lot about the defenses in that ballgame.
Well, it'll be on the 14-yard line for the Rangers, where it'll be 2nd down and 2. As you mentioned, Garrett, plenty of time to work with. They still got plenty of time. 3:07.
You still got over 3 minutes. You're almost done in your 1st and goal set, so you're great. Kazukas, fake toss. He'll keep inside the 5, fighting for the goal line. He's going to make it all the way. Kazukas keeps it. No one can wrap him up for Frankfort. Another score, and it's been all Rangers here in the first half.
Big first half for the Benton Rangers, 28-6. And there's still 2:57 left to go here in the first quarter. Correction, the first half.
Zepeda on for the PAT.
And it'll be good, so that'll make it.
Well, we got looks like a false start, legal motion on the offense. So they'll back it up, and he'll have to try from a little deeper. So they'll back him up 5 yards. Won't be an issue distance-wise, but you got to put it through the uprights yet again. Good snap. And no issues for Zepeda. He's still perfect.
That ball was almost over the net behind the goal post. So it'll be 29-6. Benton Rangers, 2:57 left to go. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Welcome to Wit and Wisdom, located at 202 North Market in downtown Marion, Illinois. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. Stop in and check out our spirit wear, custom tees, embroidery services, and more, all in a historical boutique setting. Check us out anytime online at www.witandwisdomstore.com.
It's a place to work hard, to learn, and to grow. It's a place to relieve stress and unwind. It's a place to have fun and enjoy time together. It's a place to be in your own space, to work out alongside friends, or to be part of a bigger community.
The Hub is the place where you belong.
Visit thehubmarion.com for more info.
Welcome back to the WFCN News Game of the Week from Tabor Field. We're just about to the half. It'll be the Redbirds football. Been all Benton Rangers pretty much so far, despite an opening touchdown by the Redbirds, 29-6 with 2:57 left to go. And
attempted an onside, and Frankfort alert. They're going to start with it at 50, or at the 50, and trying to see who that was that jumped on it, but
I think that was
they were ready to go. It's looking like that was Taylor Newberry who jumped on her. The coverage team. He was hit pretty hard when he jumped on top of the football.
Definitely
but,
wasn't number 6 because Frankfort does not have a number 6. So yeah, I believe it.
I think it was Newberry because he was shaking up a little bit and he was the one that just got up. But looks good and looks like he's all right. And, nice to be alert there because it looked like Benton was going to try to catch Frankfort napping. Didn't work. Frankfort sets up shop with a little under 3 minutes to go and already half the field covered. So now they've got some time. They still got a timeout, but a must to do something here.
Big throw from Parker. That is going to be off the hands of both players. Looks like they both got their hands on it there. That'll force a second down on the 50-yard line.
That was Eli Tyson, the intended receiver, and he, that's a pass that just gets caught up in the air, and you anticipate where the ball's got to be as a quarterback and where you got to put it. That's a ball that's just a little underthrown because Eli Tyson looked to have a step on the defensive back. So 2nd and 10, same spot there at the 50-yard line.
Here's the snap.
Lucas Parker looking to throw again and batted up in the air. Cam Joyner couldn't bring it in. And it drops to the turf, 3rd and 10 from the 50. And now, 2 incomplete passes. You're looking at giving the ball back to Benton with a decent amount of time left, and they still have 3 timeouts. So
yeah.
Parker's going to roll out the other way, and it's out of the reach of Eli Tyson. So a quick 3 incomplete passes from West Frankfort. Looks like they're going to send the punt team on.
Yeah, after 3 incomplete passes, odds are probably have a 4th, so might as well punt it here.
Well, it's not even that. You got to cover 10 yards, and if you run the risk of not getting it, Benton starts basically where you're at, right? They still start where you end your play if you don't pick up the 10 yards, and they've already got a lot of time.
Yeah.
So you're looking to pin them back a little bit here, and this punt looks to be pretty good, pinned near the sideline, so it's going to be inside the 20 at the 19 is where Benton will start.
Thank you for joining us here on the WFCN News Game of the Week here from Tabor Field. It's Patriot Night. We'll have some other scores from around the region coming your way here shortly on the Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. I'd like to thank the Illinois Army National Guard once again for being the presenting sponsor for tonight's game. Two minutes and 30 seconds to work with for the Rangers. And
Kazukis evades a would-be tackler, and he's just going to take off with it. He crosses the 30, crosses the 40, and he's knocked out around the 45. Looked like he was going to lose a couple of yards. Instead, he gets a big Southern Bank first down. And still north of 2 minutes and 3 timeouts for Benton. Kazukis drops back, looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And working in the middle of the field. Now it's Craven, and he's going to get past everybody. And it didn't take long for Benton to find the end zone yet again.
Frankfort defense has lost it all tonight, 35-6. The Rangers are running away with this game. Just mentioned, plenty of time for the Rangers tonight is about 20 seconds. They're they've done this repetitively in both the first and second quarters now. So 35-6. And it'll be a little over 2 minutes left.
Yeah, they scored at the 2:57 mark, Aaron, in this quarter. And then Frankfort comes out, receive a kickoff, incomplete, punt, and then they score again at the 2:04. So within a minute
Yep.
of 2 drives without a turnover in there is insane.
Kick is good. I'll make it 36-6. And with that, we'll take a quick break. You're watching the WFCN News Game of the Week here from Tabor Field.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
Welcome back to Tabor Field. 36-6 Rangers with still over 2 minutes left to go. It seems like we've been in this 2-minute mark for quite a while now, Garrett. And the Redbirds, I'd say right here, best thing you could do is try not to give the ball up again. Be smart.
Yeah, you know, we've watched this Benton Ranger team just I don't know what it is. When they see WFCN show up, they love to score points.
They do.
So we
Yeah.
might be they might be asking us to come back.
Could be potentially our Week 9 game at Harrisburg. So we might see him again in the regular season. Possibly maybe even in the postseason too. We'll see.
Now you wonder what the play calling will be, after seeing what Benton's capable of, how quickly they're able to score points. I don't think we'll see 3 straight passes here this time.
I don't think so either.
Out of West Frankfort, it's possible. I don't think we will though. We got one right out of the gates, and it's Odom. Completes the catch, and he is dropped immediately as he crosses the 30. Good enough for a first Southern Bank first down. Cepeda on the hit. That makes it a lot easier when you can complete a pass real quick. First play from scrimmage, and you get a first. So, breathe a little sigh of relief, and you feel okay. We're not pinned back down by the goal line. Makes you feel a lot better.
That'll be a gain of about 5 yards or so, maybe 4 for the Redbirds. Looks like they spotted around the 37-yard line. 1:22 left to go. Redbirds have 1 timeout left. Benton has 3.
And the Redbirds are running a lot of this time, so they might be content with going to the locker room unless a couple big breakout plays happen. Pitch out to the left. Gaining a good amount of yards there on first down was Samples.
There is the timeout.
And 53 seconds left in the first half. 36-6. Rangers leading the Redbirds. This is the WFCN Game of the Week, powered by Swinford Media.
Since 1999, Clark Natural Stone is a family-owned business that strives to not only offer you the best selection of rock and mulch in the country, but also provide you with the best service. Clark Natural Stone Slinger Truck is a great option when you need rock, sand, or gravel placed in an area not easily accessible to a conventional dump bed. To schedule your delivery or to ask any questions, call 618-997-3889 or visit our website, clarknaturalstone.com.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra.
Hi, the Benton Rangers welcome you back. That's number 20, A.J. Craven. And now the Rangers have 46 seconds to work with to get another touchdown, and they got the last one in just about that amount of time.
How about A.J. Craven today? I mean, as you said, just out of the timeout, intercepted.
Yep.
Pass again. And Benton's looking to put it on, trying to get in again. It scored a couple inside of 2 minutes already in this quarter, and they're looking to make it a third time. And they set up shop at the 28-yard line. Kazukas drops back, looking right, firing for a man. He's got a man, and it is caught for a touchdown. That's Schaefer.
Rangers up past 40 points, 42-6. In the first quarter of play, first half of play, the Rangers, they call them the running Rangers, and they're certainly on top so far in tonight's game. 39.5 seconds left to go, and the Rangers, as it looks right now, will continue their long streak of winning games in this big Franklin County rivalry.
You think they're a little upset about losing last week?
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Yeah. And we mentioned, Garrett, I mean, obviously, we mentioned a lot in the pregame show that this is a must-win for both teams, and the Benton Rangers, you know, they got one more win to get after this to secure their spot in the postseason.
Well, it wouldn't actually secure it. You got to get 6 to get in. 5 is when you're eligible. 5, they'd be in good shape because they play some tough teams. They play like this, they're getting 6, and there won't be any doubt. But
right.
I want to say something real quick. It's not even been Frankfort's offense. Their offense has shown good signs. They've had some good breakout plays. 2 picks. That's not going to work. But the other side of the football, Benton's offense, have they scored every drive? I think they've scored every drive.
Yes.
So it's like you can't compete with that if your defense is doing that, regardless what your offense looks like. It's hard to match an offense touchdown for touchdown every time.
So far tonight, if the ball is in the hands of the Benton Rangers, it is pretty much a guarantee that they're going to extend their lead, and that's been the story tonight. But if you're the Rangers here, this is the exact momentum you need. You know, coming off those losses, if you want to have a shot in the postseason, you've got to play like this. You've got to play games like this, and I think the momentum from this game is going to be helpful should they see a postseason run.
Last year, Harrisburg came here and had to win to make it to the postseason in Week 9. We might see a similar game in Week 9 at Harrisburg this year where the win could guarantee either one or the other a playoff berth.
Yeah, definitely will be on our list of potential candidates for Week 9.
So the Redbirds get it back. Still 34 seconds.
Since the 3-minute mark, it'd be interesting to see how many times we've switched the ball back and forth between teams. I mean, from 34 seconds now to about 2:40 on the clock. It's got to be.
Well, from 2:57 to 39, Benton scored it 3 times. So
So 6. So we've
that's pretty effective that
Yeah.
they've been able to do that. It's super efficient, and in the couple games we've watched them, they've been that way. I think that just really credits some of these other teams that have played them and been able to shut them down, like DuQuoin and last week Nashville, who only gave up 10 points to the Benton Rangers.
So the Redbirds can't go anywhere with that, and that'll be the end of the first half of play on a big showing for the Benton Rangers in this rivalry game. 43-6 is your score. We'll have the Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show coming up right after this break.
Presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for a WFCN Game of the Week. Powered by our incredible sponsors. Watermark Auto Group. John A. Logan College. Black Diamond Harley Davidson. Moreland-Bishop McDonalds. Deaconess Illinois Medical Center. Chick-Fil-A of Marion. Anderson's Furniture and Mattress. The Illinois Army National Guard. Legence Bank. Kemper CPA Group. The City of Herrin. The City of Sesser. Banterra Bank. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The Bank of Herrin. State Farm Kenya Garner. SIU Credit Union. SouthernTrust Bank. The Print Shop at Pieces of Learning. First Southern Bank. Anderson Boys Trash Service. State Bank of Whittington. Urology Institute.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional.
Black Diamond Harley Davidson presents Why I Ride.
Hi, I'm Les Ingram, and this is Why I Ride. I taught special education for 28 years. I haven't drank in 34 years. I needed something to relieve the stress, and the bike does it wonderfully. I've been riding 34 years. I currently have, through the Harley Owners Group, Ride 365, I have 649,607 miles. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm traveling on the Harley.
Philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them. We want to, build relationships with our customers. We just don't want to do a transaction and it stops there.
Community banking is relationships. Legence Bank is relationships. There's so many customers that they are not a number, they are a customer, they are a relationship that's not only financial but personal.
Legence loves local.
3 hospitals, 1 shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marty Blue. I'm a chiropractor in Marion, Illinois now, and I do dry needling and Graston technique, a lot of sports med. I just want people to be able to feel comfortable, call me, make an appointment, just love to talk to people, whatever they need. A lot of times people just say, hey, is this a chiropractic thing? And you know, most of the time it is, and if not, I'll show you where you need to go next. You know, I make it very personalized. There's no canned chiropractic. It just, whatever you need, we'll talk about it. So just give me a call.
No matter the length of your journey, come discover the savings during the Columbus Day sale at Anderson's family of stores, where we've got savings of up to 25% off store-wide on thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery, or receive up to 5 years no interest. And we provide same-day delivery on most mattresses, up to 25% off store-wide or 5 years interest-free financing at our Columbus Day sale, only at Anderson's family of stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
We welcome you back to Tabor Field. This is the Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. I'm Aaron Price, joined alongside Garrett Smith, Drew Smith on the camera. Garrett, for those just joining us, well, they've missed a big showing by the Benton Rangers. If you're a Rangers fan, you've missed a lot. 43-6 here at the half. Really quick, before we get to some of our regional scores, give us a quick recap of some of the biggest plays we've seen so far in our Kemper CPA by the numbers.
Yeah, scoring recap. The 8:52 mark in the first, the West Frankfort Redbirds jumped on the board on an Ethan Odom 5-yard touchdown run. Make it 6-0. He'd go for 2 and would not get it. Then at 5:43 in the first, Tiffin Kazukas a 1-yard touchdown run, and he would run it up the gut for a 2-point conversion to make it 8-6. Then at the 4:19 mark is where you saw, I believe it was Kyle Thomas on the pick six. A little over 30 yards out on that pick six to make it 15-6. Then at 10:30 left in the second, 15-yard run from A.J. Craven, make it 22-6. 2:57 left in the second. This is when Benton started scoring a whole lot late. It was a 14-yard run from Tiffin Kazukas, 29-6 at that point. Then at 2:04 left in the second, Tiffin Kazukas to A.J. Craven, 55-yard touchdown pass to make it 36-6. And then with 39 seconds left after Benton got back on the field offensively after an interception, it was Kazukas to Schaefer for 28 yards for the score to make it 43-6 at the 39-second mark of the second. So a whole lot of touchdowns, a lot of them late for Benton, but it's the Rangers very impressive offensively today.
And once again, that was your Kemper CPA by numbers. And once again, this is the Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. We're here at Tabor Field. And some other scores we're looking at around the region right now. I'll read off some and let you read off some as well, Garrett. We talked about that big game tonight over in Johnson City. Big defensive showing from both teams. It is 6-0 Dixon at the half. We'll certainly keep our eyes on that game. You know, no matter who, I think, Garrett, ends up the loser or winner of that game, that's going to be a big training, I'd say, moment for the postseason for both of these teams. A good game to learn a lot of knowledge and what will sure to be some good postseason runs for both of those teams. Elsewhere in Southern Illinois, Fairfield 44 over CZR 7 at the half. Carmi-Wide County 32 over Edwards County 0. Over in Collinsville tonight, the Marion Wildcats struggling so far at the half, 32-18, looking to make a comeback in the second quarter of play. Carbondale 46-0 over the Solden Tigers of St. Louis. DeCoyne 42-0 over Anna Jonesboro. Big showing from them tonight. Sesser Waltonville 32 to El Dorado's 14. Nashville Hornets big game 35-0 over the Pinckneyville Panthers. Big showing tonight by the Nashville Hornets. Hamco 0, Flora 14 at the half. Another big game tonight. Murfreesboro Red Devils. The Red Devils keep on rolling 40-6 over the Harrisburg Bulldogs tonight. And that score I have, at least, Garrett, is still in the first quarter, unless you have something different.
For Murfreesboro,
Yeah.
that I believe is at halftime.
Got halftime now? Okay.
Yeah. Actually, sorry, last update I had late second, so
Late
could be halftime now, but
Right.
they were
Okay.
at least in the late second quarter.
Okay.
A couple others, get Mount Vernon in there. They're
I
up
did not know.
21-6.
28 now.
28-6 over Granite City. Keep an eye on Centralia and Cahokia. Winner of that one's going to be the front runner to end up winning the South 7. And right now, Cahokia leading at 14-3. Another one, undefeated Chester. They're winning their ball game over Dupo right now. They're up 28-0 last time I saw that. So a lot of good games. A lot of teams that are really good that are taking care of business. I think that's all I got, Aaron. I don't know if there's any other ones out there right now, but Carterville 21-6 over Massac County. I don't know if you said that one. Nothing on Sparta, Carlisle right now. That's another one that's a little bit away, but Herrin's in action tomorrow against Prairie Central. A lot of good ball games.
Yeah, absolutely. And tonight, I mean, as we mentioned, these are two teams that are looking for a spot in the playoffs. And one thing I want to talk about real quick is obviously, as of right now, it looks like the Rangers are going to take this game tonight unless we see some astronomical comeback by the Redbirds. But, looking forward to later on this season, go ahead and tell us a little bit about, who the Rangers have to face to end the season, and also really quickly go over a little bit about, because I know many of our viewers might be somewhat familiar with the IHSA football playoff format, but for those who aren't, kind of give them a rough description of what it would take for the Rangers to make a run in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, well, they finish up. They got another home game next week. They get Pinckneyville here at Tabor Field. Then they go on the road in week 9 at Harrisburg. Could be a really fun cross-conference matchup in the Mississippi and Ohio divisions of the river to river. Could be a big seeding game for both sides. Both sides want to finish strong. Harrisburg's getting beat up again against another good team tonight, against Murfreesboro. But these Benton Rangers, they went 1 and done in the postseason last year. Got in at 5-4, so they had enough playoff points.
Yeah.
Lost week 1 to Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel's down this year, so you don't have to worry about the Aces. But you're playing in a class, in the 3A class, that's really tough. And but if Benton can win out, win tonight, win a couple more, they're going to have a lot of playoff points. They could end up getting a home game, maybe. But you take it 1 week at a time, and when you get to the postseason. And, Frankfort finishes with AJ and Sparta. That's why tonight would have been nice, because those are 2 winnable games if you're looking at it from Frankfort's vantage point. But if they win those 2, they're still playoff eligible.
Right.
With a loss tonight, they'd have 5 wins.
Yeah.
But you like to control it yourself and get to 6 wins. But, man, the Rangers are in great shape right now. And postseason is a lot about who wants it more. I was able to be right there on the sideline of the Murfreesboro Harrisburg game.
Yeah.
Harrisburg had that thing sealed up, and then all it takes is one play, and it was that game that was won at the end. Harrisburg went on the road and beat Carterville round 1. They weren't supposed to win that game. It's all about momentum and who wants it more come postseason time. If Benton can finish this thing off like they are right now and keep scoring, follow that up with a big win next week against a Pinckneyville team that's down, go on the road and win at Taylor Field in Harrisburg, get to 6-3, I think they'd be advancing past the first round with that type of momentum.
Yeah, and postseason play is something that obviously all teams in our area have their minds on this time of year, this late in the season. And that's something we're also have our minds on, of course, here at WFCN Game of the Week. Starting to work on some of our postseason ideas for broadcasting, but still got 2 more weeks of football to get through before we finalize all those details. But we do hope to bring you some postseason action here in whatever format that might be.
Absolutely, whatever it is, it's good coverage.
Yeah.
And whether it's audio, video, both,
We're just
something
on the sideline. You know,
doesn't
we'll be
matter.
there no matter what.
It'd be pretty neat
Right.
to bring that to you because you don't really get that kind of type of coverage. But in this day and age, it's something that needs to be done, and we're hoping we can bring it to you guys.
Absolutely. Once again, I'll also mention it is Patriot Night here at Tabor Field, and I also want to just quickly point out the Benton Fire Department. You know, with my job, Garrett, obviously I cover a lot of emergencies locally, a lot of fires. I always give them credit. They're the only ones that have a red, white, and blue ladder truck, and that red, white, and blue ladder truck is on the west side of the field tonight, hoisting up the American flag you saw here at midfield during halftime, or during the pregame of the show.
And they still got it over there. It looks awesome, right?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Hovering right over the really nice scoreboard that they have installed here once they did the renovations. So pretty neat, pretty neat.
And another thing that we also like to mention is Benton Fire Department, I believe, along with several others, actually have some of their firefighters deployed down to Florida right now. We were at that a couple days ago as they all departed from Marion. So special thanks to not only the military personnel, but the first responders that were recognized on the field at the start of tonight's game, along with members of the Franklin County Sheriff Department K-9 unit. Benton Ranger Band on the field right now. We got a little over 5 minutes, probably a little bit more, before we get back to football action here at Tabor Field. We'll have another look at what this game has been like so far and some other scores around the region coming up. This is the Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show from Tabor Field. We'll be right back.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
Once upon a time, there was an angry man with a few sprigs of golden hair. They called him Tony No-Locks. Tony No-Locks wanted to find the perfect pre-owned motorcycle that was just right. So off he went to visit Black Diamond Harley Davidson. So Tony No-Locks jumped on a pre-owned Road Glide at a great price. Ah, this is just right, he exclaimed. Find what is just right for you and your family at Black Diamond Harley Davidson.
It's a place to work hard, to learn, and to grow. It's a place to relieve stress and unwind. It's a place to have fun and enjoy time together. It's a place to be in your own space, to work out alongside friends, or to be part of a bigger community.
The Hub is the place where you belong.
Visit thehubmarion.com for more info.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Since 1999, Clark Natural Stone is a family-owned business that strives to not only offer you the best selection of rock and mulch in the country, but also provide you with the best service. Clark Natural Stone Slinger Truck is a great option when you need rock, sand, or gravel placed in an area not easily accessible to a conventional dump bed. To schedule your delivery or to ask any questions, call 618-997-3889 or visit our website, clarknaturalstone.com.
Once upon a time, there was a sweet little baby named Lair Bear. Little Lair Bear wanted to find the perfect new RV that was just right. So off he went to visit Oasis RV. Baby Lair Bear decided he wanted to go camping, so he tried a brand new travel trailer at a great price. And it was just right, he exclaimed. Find what is just right for you and your family at Oasis RV.
No matter the length of your journey, come discover the savings during the Columbus Day sale at Anderson's Family of Stores, where we've got savings of up to 25% off store-wide on thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery, or receive up to 5 years no interest. And we provide same-day delivery on most mattresses, up to 25% off store-wide or 5 years interest-free financing at our Columbus Day sale, only at Anderson's Family of Stores.
Anderson's Furniture
We welcome you back to the WFCN News Game of the Week. This is the John A. Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show from Tabor Field. We are here at halftime on Patriot Night, and Garrett, it's been weather-wise tonight. We couldn't have asked for, I'd say, it's a little bit chill in the air rather, but it's football. That's what you get. It's not bad at all.
Perfect October weather.
Yeah,
Aaron.
absolutely.
And we've had too many Octobers where it's been super hot, so this is great. It's actually been a little warm during the day, so
yeah,
it's been nice.
I always say weather-wise, October is my favorite month. There's something like late September, early October nights. It's the best. What makes it even better sometimes, though, is good postseason atmospheres, and we're going to get some more of that, I think, a little bit later on.
When that comes around, you don't even care if it's cold.
That's right.
It's fun to go to those games.
Whether you're at football or baseball, I mean, if your favorite team is in the postseason, you certainly want to get bundled up and cheer them on, and that's the spirit of sports here in Southern Illinois and all across the country. 43-6 Rangers here at the half. We got a few minutes before we get back to football action. Actually, I will also mention might see some frost next week here, so it's about to get a little bit colder. Might have to.
You ain't got to say that.
Yeah.
It's a nice Friday over here in Benton.
That's right. We'll forget about that.
Yeah.
Another quick score update on some of the games we've been watching tonight. It is now 14-0 Dixon over the Johnson City Indians in the third quarter. Keep an eye on that game, which has been looks to be a pretty good defensive battle tonight.
The way it's going, 14 might be enough
to
win that ball game.
It might be, yeah. 32-18 Collinsville over Marion, 32-14 Sesser over El Dorado. DuQuoin still blowing out the Anna Jonesboro Wildcats. Nashville.
Same thing there.
Same thing, yes.
Murphy looking good, 40-6. That's not in the first like our scores say that where we're getting them from. It's
right.
I'm sure it's at halftime, if not early third in that ball game. But Murphy well on their way to another win since it'd be 6 in a row since their opening week loss.
Yep. Elsewhere in Southern Illinois, you mentioned Centralia tonight. That's a big game as well to determine first place.
They're probably going to win it, whoever wins that ball game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Still Cahokia, I think, 14-3 in that one.
21-12 Carterville over Massac. Credit to Massac, though, putting up some points on the board tonight. They're in the third quarter of play.
Chester going to be 7-0. They're about 35-7 over Dupo on the road there. They just keep humming along, kind of under the radar. It's pretty neat. I hope they come a little closer. It'd be cool to see them play at some point in the postseason.
Yeah. This has been the John A. Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. We'll have more football action coming your way here in the second half right after the break. You're watching the WFCN News Game of the Week.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what John A. Logan does for you.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
At Legence Bank, we make it easy to achieve your financial goals. From investing to purchasing a home and beyond, we are here for you. Working with small businesses, farmers, and individuals, we are your partner in convenient, local, and personalized banking solutions.
Legence Bank has helped us build our locally owned and family-operated business into the Tri-State's #1 furniture and mattress store. They've helped our dreams come true. They've been there every step of the way, and I can't imagine a better bank to work with. Thank you, Legence Bank.
From investing in you to helping our communities grow, we are committed to making a difference at Legence Bank.
This is Thrill Bill at Oasis Power Sports in front of the Marion Mall. I want to let everybody know that we offer so many different products. I'm going to walk through and I'm going to show you a bunch. We have a ton of inventory outside. These things are everywhere. Not only do we have all that inventory outside, we have a full house inside as well. So come on down and see us. Let's get it.
Welcome back to Tabor Field. It's the WFCN News Game of the Week, and we are here in the second half of play. Rangers are receiving the football. They're just past the 30-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Yep, at the 33, their own 33, with a pretty sizable advantage, 43-6.
We've seen every time they've gotten the ball tonight, they've gotten a touchdown. So they start second half with the football. We'll see if they can do it again.
Yeah, that's a tough talk in the locker room for West Frankfort. You go in there and finding a way to put together some stop of some sort. It doesn't have to be via the punt. It could be a turnover. It could be whatever. Find a way to not let this team get in the end zone. Motion man, and they'll flip to the back. Who's working right side of the field, breaking free and out, wrapped up and dropped before the 50. For our first Southern Bank first down was Lucas Kinsman, who was the motion man, and got plenty for a first down.
So the ball will be on the 48-yard line, just shy of midfield for the Rangers. 1st and 10.
Now motion man coming from the right. And that's who it goes to, and it's lost and on the ground. And Kazukis gets back on it. Didn't look like a great toss there to the receiver who motioned into the backfield, but so now it'll be second and a long way to go. They're getting together for a discussion here. So now they're just going to say it was an incomplete pass as motion man went in front of Kazukis. So that'll make things a lot easier for Benton. They get back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 at the 49.
$18 yards to go for the Rangers. Here's the snap. It's going to be quarterback keeper, and he's past the 40-yard line where he's brought down by Cameron Joyner.
So a pickup of about 11 or 12, and that's all Benton needed for a first Southern Bank first down. So I went back and were able to get together, the officials were, and overruled that fumble and called it an incomplete pass. So it ended up being basically an 8-yard gain without a snap for Benton with the officials getting together. And they're just moving the ball really efficiently in so many different ways. And here's another big first down to Spencer. It's Riley Spencer. It's the first Southern Bank first down. 10:40 to go, quarter 3. Benton on top of West Frankfort, 43-6 here on the WFCN Game of the Week. Kazukis with a back to his right. 3 receivers out to the left, and they go to the back. That's Spencer up the gut. And he'll be pushed forward. And a flag in late. Looked like he had enough for the first down. But we'll await the flag. They're just marching down the field yet again, Aaron, and they're going to be at the 10, barring a penalty against them here. Which looks like it might be the case. They're starting to move backwards.
If I heard right, personal foul. So
Yeah.
we'll move him back.
Yeah, that's a 15-yarder. So that will move them back a decent amount. I'd be interested to know, being in the situation that Benton's in with a big lead. Could be a good opportunity, and I'm not saying it. Still, they still got a chance to get another first down. If they don't, it might be a good chance to send Zepeda out, try for a field goal, and see what he's capable of.
Yeah. I mean, when you're up this much, why not? And that would make it 46-6.
And we got another stoppage.
$10-17 left to go here in the third quarter of play.
I'm not sure what that one is about.
I'm not sure either. Looks like they're going to tell us. Long stoppage here. And here we go.
Now they'll wind the timer. 1st and 14. It looks like they're back at the 25. Now it's 1st and 10 instead. There's Kinsman. He makes a man miss. He's brought down at the 15. So they ended up back at the being 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Not going to try to decipher all that. So what we do know is Kinsman out of the backfield ends up getting a couple of yards.
Another Southern Bank first down.
I'm lost here.
I'm kind of lost too, to be honest.
9:40 to go in the third. Bouncing off to the back, or to the right is the back, Craven, who's dropped, and
there's a flag.
Another flag thrown in late. Might have been on the tackle.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. We'll wait and see.
Looked like it was definitely on the tackle to me.
So that will give Benton a couple more yards.
Moves the ball up. Should be about 5 yards. Maybe more. $10 yards. 1st and goal, Rangers. 9:31 left to go.
Well, so much for kicking a field goal. They've continued to move it.
And the Redbirds defense doing their job on that play.
Yeah, stood up Craven, who had a full head of steam trying to go downhill and hit a wall of Redbird defenders.
2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Not sure why we've got. Well, I guess it's 2nd and 7. Sometimes they're going off the scoreboard, and sometimes they're going off what we are hearing.
It appears that he's closer than that, but
and that'll be a touchdown for the Rangers. Craven's able to find his way through the Redbirds, and that will make it 49-6. Rangers edging their way closer and closer to halfway to 100. Big showing tonight from the Rangers offense. Be sure to stay tuned for our postgame show presented by Deaconess, Illinois. It's coming up right after the game. Rangers going to attempt the PAT, and it is good. So that'll make it 56. Benton Rangers, 8:44 left to go here in the third quarter of play. We'll be right back. This is the WFCN News Game of the Week.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you, in writing, with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Welcome back to Tabor Field. 8:44 left to go here in the third quarter of play. And the Redbirds will have another chance to try to add a little bit to their total. See if they can before the end of the game. We still got plenty of time left. Another nice kick there. That'll be all the way back to the end zone. And the Redbirds will start on the 20-yard line. Also keeping our eyes, of course, on some other games around the region tonight. We had that game we've talked a lot about tonight over in Johnston City. Kind of a last-minute game that was put together as Johnston City was supposed to take a bye this week due to Vienna. But Dixon leading that 14-0. Regardless of the score, obviously a very good defensive showing from both teams there in Johnston City. Collinsville pulling away from Marion 40-18 in the third quarter. Here's the snap for the Redbirds, and they are brought on a loss back past the 15-yard line. That'll make it second down, and see about how much. Collins on the stop for the Rangers. It will be second and 10. Looked like there could have been a loss there, but they'll say it's still second and 10. 8:13 left to go. Here's the snap. He hands it off, and it'll be a gain of a couple yards for the Redbirds. Should be about 3rd and 7, maybe 3rd and 8. Ball will be spotted on the 21-yard line. Just a yard, they're going to say, so it's going to be 3rd and 9. .740 on the game clock. Good crowd still sticking around here tonight for both teams. Both teams brought out a nice crowd. Here's the snap, hands off to Cam Joyner. He's going to have a gain of several yards past the 25-yard line. But still, that'll make it 4th down, and we'll see what West Frankfort does here. 4th and 5 for the Redbirds. Ball's going to be on the 26-yard line. So they're going to punt it. And it'll be the Rangers' ball again. Redbirds' offense has struggled here since the beginning of this game. They had a big touchdown to start this game, as we've seen in many games this season. We saw the same thing happen in the last time we covered them against Nashville at home. Redbirds were able to get on the board quick, and it was all Nashville till the end of the game, and it's been the same story tonight here so far in Benton. With this win, the Rangers have 2 more games after today, Week 8, and then Week 9 against the Harrisburg Bulldogs, potential candidate for our game of the week here on WFCN News. Rangers are past midfield, 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line, looking to add to their total. 6:04 left to go. Here's the snap. It's going to be on the quarterback keeper, and he's through several players, finally brought down past the 30-yard line. Nice job there by Lucas Kinsman. First and 10 Rangers on the 27-yard line. Clock continues to tick. 5:37 left now. Ball spotted on the 27-yard line, and it's not going to be a gain of much at all for the Rangers. Make it second down. 1 yard.
And it's crazy to think, Aaron, still 5 minutes left in the third, but it's all but a formality at this point.
Yeah.
Running clock already.
Mm-hmm.
And Benton, not going to see any crazy plays out of them anymore.
No.
Bunch of handoffs and, take the win and get out of here.
Yeah. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Rangers. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to number 67. That is McCommons. Correction, that's 57. McCommons, Ethan McCommons. It'll be 3rd and 1. Ball spotted on the 18-yard line.
I'm glad you had that name there, Aaron,
Yeah.
because he's not on my roster.
Oh, really? Yeah. He's a junior running back.
I don't have a 57 on my Benton roster. So
Yeah, well, at first I thought I saw 67, but then I looked and I'm like, yeah, it's 57.
I don't have either, so I was a little confused.
They're going to rule it first down. Scoreboard operator has yet to get that, and
oh well, at least they don't go by him.
that's right.
We got anything else? I'll try to get us some scores.
I just went over some scores.
Okay.
Johnson City and Dixon still 14-0 at my last check. Correction, Johnson City's on the board now, 14-6 in the third quarter. Just went over Collinsville and Marion. It's 40-18 Collinsville. They're pulling away with that. Nashville 42-7 over Pinckneyville. Really no other close games, I would say, tonight. Sesser 14 over El Dorado's 14. 40 over El Dorado's 14, rather. It'll be a quarterback keeper, and he is tripped up past the 10-yard, just shy of the 5-yard line. Murfreesboro is going to definitely win tonight, 47-6 over Harrisburg. Strong team.
And that'll get them a playoff berth, correct?
Yeah,
that'll get them
that
to
will.
6-1.
Thanks for reminding me of that, Garrett, because we got to make a graphic for that.
You're welcome.
2:44 left to go here in the third quarter.
A whole bunch of teams are probably going to clinch tonight. I think DuQuoin's in that same boat, right?
I believe so, yeah. I'll have to take a look. That'll be another touchdown for the Benton Rangers. That's number 25, Lucas Kinsman. 23, Lucas Kinsman, rather. So that'll make it 56-6.
My goodness. What a showing from Benton offensively to here this evening. I mean, it looked great defensively too, but man, score after score every time they get the football.
Yeah, I'll work on making sure we get a list of those who will clinch the playoffs tonight with a win. We'll get that up on our page along with our regional scoreboard tonight.
And they won't go for two. They're just going to take a knee. Won't go for a PAT or for two. So they'll just be content with the 6.
.227 left to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a brief break. We'll be right back after this.
It's a place to work hard, to learn, and to grow. It's a place to relieve stress and unwind. It's a place to have fun and enjoy time together. It's a place to be in your own space, to work out alongside friends, or to be part of a bigger community.
The Hub is the place where you belong.
Visit thehubmarion.com for more info.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Welcome back to Tabor Field. Just about at the end of the third quarter, it's 56-6. Redbirds still looking to finally add to their total. We'll get the ball again here. And nice job there by, I believe that's Cam Joyner. The comments on the tackle, ball will be just shy of the 40-yard line. That's where the Redbirds will take over.
Closing in on the end of the third. Great showing. Rangers one step closer to the goal of making it back to the postseason. Place they went last year, but just had a taste of it. They didn't get the victory. They went 0-1 with that loss to Mount Carmel, but playing like this, they can go wherever and win a ball game.
So the Redbird ball will be on the 37-yard line. That's where it'll be 1st and 10.
Rolling out left, attempting a pass. It's going to be out of bounds, look like. Incomplete.
1:21 left on the running clock. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. No real need to take one, I would say, at this point, though.
Not sure what the time is in the Johnson City-Dixon game, but Dixon with a big score to make it 21-6.
Oh, wow.
In that ball game. So they have taken command back up 2 scores.
Here's the snap, hands off. And that'll be a gain of nothing for the Redbirds. If anything, it's 1 yard.
And if I will say, this has been a disaster if you're West Frankfort, how this game's gone. It's still, regardless of the score, goes down as just 1 loss. You got to be ready to come back next week. You got a winnable game next week against an opponent that struggled in Jonesboro. You still have a chance to make it.
Yeah.
You got to win the next 2. You have to.
You have to, yeah.
To be eligible.
No other option.
But they are teams that you'll be playing that have struggled.
Yeah.
So you've got to. This is the type of game that you just burn the tape. You got to get rid of it.
That one definitely hurt. Right around midfield, but
almost
like he's gonna.
I'm actually surprised the flag wasn't thrown. Looked like a late hit, but into the third, 56-6. Benton on top of West Frankfort on the WFCN Game of the Week, powered by Swinford Media.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
No matter the length of your journey, come discover the savings during the Columbus Day sale at Anderson's family of stores, where we've got savings of up to 25% off store-wide on thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery, or receive up to 5 years no interest. And we provide same-day delivery on most mattresses, up to 25% off store-wide or 5 years interest-free financing at our Columbus Day sale, only at Anderson's family of stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Welcome back to Tabor Field. False start on the Rangers to start out the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so I didn't see it, but I guess just somebody was lined up in the neutral zone, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's an easy way to get a first down. Brought to you by First Southern Bank. You don't have to run a play. Frankfort gets a new set of chains. Couple yards on a carry. As the Benton Rangers are going to move to 4-3 and 2-2 in the tough Mississippi division. Very tough Mississippi, both sides of river to river, but back to 500. They'll get one more opportunity to improve that record in conference. 10:49 marked, or 10:46. Frankfort calls a timeout.
And with that, we'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back after the break.
3 hospitals, 1 shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boyce Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boyce Trash Service.
Redbirds with the ball. No gain on that play. 10:37 left to go. We'll make it third down for the Redbirds.
Officially, Carmi White County is headed to the postseason. They knock off Edwards County 48-6. DuQuoin, same boat. They knock off Anna Jonesboro 49-8. So DuQuoin and Carmi White County are headed back to the postseason. The scores just went final.
And we'll bring to you some final scores. Some more as we get them through the evening. Probably get a couple more by the end of this game. Do we have a final for Murphy yet?
We do not, but it's 47-6, so it could be coming any time. Another team that's just maybe a few moments away from getting back to the postseason after a nice long run last year in the postseason.
JC and Dixon still in quarter 4, I assume.
Yep, Johnson City needing a late push to get back in that one to stay unbeaten.
Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off. That is the 12, and he's brought down just past the 40-yard line. That's Ethan Odom for the Redbirds.
Yeah, good enough for First Southern Bank first down. That'll move the chains.
Yeah,
Nashville
that's what I was
also going to the postseason. 49-14, the final.
49-14.
Over Pinckneyville. Another final we got. Sesser-Valier, they stay unbeaten. They beat El Dorado 40-14. They're now 7-0, and they go into that matchup next week that we'll be covering against Johnson City with a perfect record. So the Red Devils just keep on winning.
Second and 8 for the Redbirds. 8:13 left to go in the ball game. Just past 9 o'clock here in Benton. Here's the snap. Looks like it'll be
out around the numbers on the right side. And it's going to bring up a third and short. Third and medium, that is.
Third and 4 to be exact. Ball will be on the 30-yard line. Once again, we invite you to stick around for the Deaconess, Illinois postgame show coming up after the game. Here's the snap at 7:19. It's going to be kept, and that'll be enough, I believe, for a First Southern Bank first down.
Yeah, that's Chris Samples on the carry that gets across the 25. Maybe right at it.
Yep. So we first and 10 for the Redbirds at the 25-yard line. 6:57 left to go. Looking to at least get into the double digits. Make the final look a little bit better.
It's been odd.
Yeah.
3 weeks in a row, Frankfort scores on their opening possession, and then they can't do anything else offensively. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. It happened against Nashville, then it happened against DuQuoin, and now it's happened again here this evening against Benton. That is a trend that the Frankfort Redbirds need to break up badly.
I believe this would be third week in a row too, correct? The last two have been.
Yeah, that's the 3-week stretch.
3 week in a
all
row.
3 games.
Yeah.
That they're going to get beat in, and they scored 2 scores late against DuQuoin when that game was decided. That Nashville game, they had a pick 6 to start the game.
Yeah.
To take a 6-0 lead, and then
we were
sputtered and couldn't get anything else going.
Mm-hmm.
And that was your double dip.
Yeah, double dip
of that week
Yep.
of game of the
That
week
was
after getting an early game.
That was what I call a why not game. You know, we got an extra game on this day. That was the crazy week of rain, and
we got to cover a good Sesser Valier team that won on a Thursday, and then Frankfort plays on a Saturday. You could have went triple if you really cared, but
we could have been here on Friday night, and I actually was here on that night, and you would not want to have been here on that night. I'll tell you that much. It was not a very enjoyable game. I'll say this much. I'm sure the fans here tonight would definitely prefer this much over the weather that night. It had to be very, very difficult to play.
Quarterback keeper Lucas Parker gets a first down. Brought to you by First Southern Bank. First and goal at the 3 with just under 5 minutes to go in the contest. The Redbirds looking for bookend touchdowns. Their first drive and their last drive.
Yeah.
Typically, that's a good stat to have, bookend touchdowns like that. But sandwiched in between were 56 Ranger points. And that's a lot to overcome.
Snap, and it's still going to be short.
That's a lot to overcome in that stretch.
Should be around the 1 yard line. Maybe the 2. Yep, 2 yard line. Second and goal for the Redbirds. .409 left to go on a good Benton crowd still here at Tabor Field. Benton still has one more home game this season, in the regular season that is, next week. Here's the snap, and that is going to be a touchdown for the West Frankfort Redbirds. So they break the spell, and they're finally up to 12 points here with 3:47 left to go in the fourth quarter. 56-12 always looks a little better than 56-6, so guess if you're the Redbirds, you could look at it that way, as we're going to take a quick timeout here. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back here on the WFCN Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marty Blue. I'm a chiropractor in Marion, Illinois now, and I do dry needling and Graston technique, a lot of sports med. I just want people to be able to feel comfortable, call me, make an appointment, just love to talk to people, whatever they need. A lot of times people just say, hey, is this a chiropractic thing? And you know, most of the time it is, and if not, I'll show you where you need to go next. You know, I make it very personalized. There's no canned chiropractic. It's just, whatever you need, we'll talk about it. So just give me a call.
Once upon a time, there was a sweet little baby named Lair Bear. Little Lair Bear wanted to find the perfect new RV that was just right. So off he went to visit Oasis RV. Baby Lair Bear decided he wanted to go camping, so he tried a brand new travel trailer at a great price. And it was just right, he exclaimed. Find what is just right for you and your family at Oasis RV.
Welcome back, and the two-point conversion for the Redbirds fails. So it'll be 56-12. I believe that was off the hands of one of the Rangers. 3:47 left to go. We'll keep it here through this brief little break till the end of the game. Once again, we want to invite you to the Deaconess Illinois postgame show coming up right after the game. Checking some other scores tonight. Do we have a final yet, Garrett, from JC?
We do not, so that could be a good thing for Johnston City.
Really quick, I want to point out Marion. We were looking at their game. It is 40-30 now. So the Marion Wildcats have made somewhat of a comeback. I mean, it's the fourth quarter. I'm not sure how much time we have left. If you're interested in viewing that game, we've got it live over on the Marion Star Facebook page right now.
Yeah, Johnston City, I don't have a final yet. 21-6 though, so you know, it's going to be tough to get back into that one if you're Johnston City. But good showing. Defense, not giving up a whole lot of points. You scored against them, a team that's ranked second in the state at the Class 4A level. That just proves they're going to be hanging around in the postseason, and it's just going to make them better. Again, we said it before. Credit to them for not taking a bye. They could have just taken a forfeit loss or a forfeit win with that being Vienna Goreville week. They wanted to play football. They're a better team now after the game because of it, because of who they played. A really good team in Dixon from upstate.
.317 left to go here on the running clock. It's 56-12 Rangers. We'll have the ball.
Yeah, and maybe the nail in the coffin against Marion Collinsville scores again, 48-30.
Yeah.
That final and many more in the post-game coverage. Teams fighting for playoff berths and teams that, you know, we've
Snap
had
is over the head.
We've had 6 weeks. So this is a week where there's 3-3 teams. A win could go a long way. A loss could go a long way in the wrong direction. Big pivotal week for a lot of teams. Fairfield, Flora, seeing some Black Diamond teams sitting at 3-3 in big weeks here. El Dorado came in 3-3. They were having to play a tough opponent where they came up short. But this is kind of the week that determines if you're going to be able to go or not. Sitting at 3-3, you win this one, you're in great shape.
So the snap over the head will make it 2nd and 30 for the Rangers. Big throw here, trying to get back in momentum, and he's going to be brought down shy of the 20-yard line.
So we are sub 2 minutes in the contest.
3rd and 25.
Still a long way, I was going to say.
I mentioned this is a rivalry game, Garrett. Both sides, certainly, despite the score, showing up tonight. And he breaks through all the Redbirds, and that is going to be a long touchdown to certainly put the nail in the coffin for the Benton Rangers. That is number 35, Drake Porter.
83-yarder, Aaron.
83-yard touchdown for Porter with 1:19 left to go. And what could have very easily been a fourth down for the Rangers turns into a touchdown, 62-12. I believe that will make this game the highest scoring game of the season for the Benton Rangers. Rangers are going to take a knee.
All right, so Frankfort will get it back with 1:19 left. And that just kind of caps the night.
Yeah.
Everything has gone right for Benton. It's been a great showing from them. They just keep piling on. For their sake, hopefully this is a sign of things to come this rest of the season.
Yeah.
After kind of a lull there in the middle, playing good teams, started great. Maybe they're back to great things here in Benton.
Yeah. With that, we'll take another short break. We'll be right back here on the WFCN Game of the Week.
Welcome to Wit and Wisdom, located at 202 North Market in downtown Marion, Illinois. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. Stop in and check out our spirit wear, custom tees, embroidery services, and more, all in a historical boutique setting. Check us out anytime online at www.witandwisdomstore.com.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
Welcome you back to Tabor Field. 1:19 left, and this game is pretty much over with at this point. It's 62-12 Benton Rangers. The Redbirds are going to have one last shot here to try to do something with 1:19 left. Try to score over 50 points here to win, but that's Cam Joyner. A nice job there despite all the odds, and he's through all of the Benton Rangers, and that is going to be a touchdown for Cameron Joyner for the Redbirds. If only we saw that through all of the game we've seen so far. That was a good 80-yard touchdown for Cameron Joyner.
I'm just glad, Aaron, we weren't stuck on a commercial
I'm
when
glad
that happened.
we were
so,
too. 18 to 62 now. But, nevertheless, you mentioned, Garrett, yeah, this is going to be a loss for the Redbirds, but they're not completely out of their playoff hopes yet. They still got 2 more games left to play this season. They could, depending on some other stats, make it still. But, little stuff like that can just a little spark of energy to let you know, the game might be over, but the season certainly isn't over.
Absolutely. You got 2 weeks left, right?
Yeah.
And you get to 5-4 with 2 more wins, 2 winnable games, teams that have struggled. Yeah, you would have liked this one. You had a game earlier in the year that you had a shot in. That was close against Carterville. As the conversion attempt's going to be unsuccessful. But, just a team that beats you up if you're looking at it from Frankfort's point of view. And, but yeah, you win the next 2, you at least can say you have a shot. Benton, on the other hand, they still control their destiny. If they go, they can win the next 2, and they're in no matter what.
The one thing I like about, and we really don't think about this much until it happens, but one thing about football that I really like is you have, you could be down 62-18, and you could be Cameron Joyner right there and have a big, 80-yard touchdown despite the loss. That kind of makes your night.
I think he took one back in week 1 also. I can smash
I think
that
he did
county,
too, didn't he?
So,
yeah. Little stuff like that. Although it might not boost the entire team, but if you're a player and you do something like that, regardless of the score, it's got to kind of
And I think that one was late when the game was out of reach. It's just Frankfort was winning on the upside of a blowout win,
right,
instead of on the downside. But yeah, a return threat, and Cam Joyner gets a little bit of space. Not a big return guy, so that's a guy that can slip through a couple of seams, and if he gets loose, he can return it.
And look at that. The West Frankfort viewers that stuck with us tonight got a treat in seeing Cam Joyner.
Yeah, a play that a lot of people probably don't know happened.
Yeah.
Probably not going to see it on any highlight reels, because who wants to publish that when you're getting crushed,
Right.
But
yeah.
a good finish for Joyner and the Redbirds on that specific drive.
And the Redbirds defense doing their job now. He's not able to get past the 30-yard line. 57 seconds left in the game. But you're right, Garrett. I mean, you look at the Redbirds. They start the game with a touchdown and just flop through 3 quarters and then get on fire again toward the end of the game. So
yeah, I got another score update for you. Marion has scored again. It's 48-38. You've got to think they're probably running out of time. It seems like it's been in the fourth quarter
They
for
are.
a while. They've got it within 10, but
Yeah.
that first half deficit they fell behind, and that's what's done them in. Scoring a lot of points, they're just giving up a little more.
They had a big, I was just texting over with some of our colleagues over in Collinsville, and they had a big end to the third quarter, which definitely changed that score. So that'll be the end of the ball game here in Benton. 62-18 your final. Benton Rangers on top. We'll have a brief Deaconess Illinois postgame show coming your way right after the break here from Tabor Field.
Presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for a WFCN Game of the Week. Powered by our incredible sponsors. Watermark Auto Group. John A. Logan College. Black Diamond Harley Davidson. Moreland-Bishop McDonalds. Deaconess Illinois Medical Center. Chick-Fil-A of Marion. Anderson's Furniture and Mattress. The Illinois Army National Guard. Legence Bank. Kemper CPA Group. The City of Herrin. The City of Sesser. Banterra Bank. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The Bank of Herrin. State Farm Kenya Garner. SIU Credit Union. SouthernTrust Bank. The Print Shop at Pieces of Learning. First Southern Bank. Anderson Boys Trash Service. State Bank of Whittington. Urology Institute.
Welcome back to Tabor Field. This is the Deaconess Illinois postgame show, and what has been another pretty quality week of football across Southern Illinois. The final tonight here at Tabor Field, the Redbirds able to put up 18, but the Benton Rangers proved too much with a total of 62 points tonight over the West Frankfort Redbirds. Garrett, give us a recap of tonight's game with our Kemper CPA by the numbers.
Oh, there was a lot of them. Aaron, there was a whole lot of scoring in this ball game. Frankfort got it going in the first. 8:52 mark, Ethan Odom with a 5-yard run, make it 6-0. And then 5:43 left in the first. Tiffin Kazukas, 1-yard run to make it 8-6 Benton with a 2-point conversion. 4:19 mark in the first. A pick six, courtesy of Kyle Thomas from about 30 yards out to make it 15-6. Then A.J. Craven with a 15-yard run to make it 22-6 Benton. 10:30 mark in the second. 2:57 left in the second. Kazukas with a 1-yard run to make it 29-6. 2:04 left in the first half. Kazukas to Craven for 55-yard through the air, 36-6. 39 seconds. Kazukas to Schaefer this time, 28 yards, 43-6 going into the halftime break. Second half, Craven, another 5-yard run, 50-6 Rangers at the 8:44 mark in the third. 2:27 left in the third. It was Kinsman's turn to get in, 8-yarder to make it 56-6. And late, we saw some crazy plays. Frankfort got it in on the doorstep there for a 2-yarder. 83-yard rush from Porter for Benton to make it 62-12. 80-yard return from Cam Joyner to make it 62-18.
Kemper CPA by the numbers. Thank you, Garrett. Some other games we're watching. We'll bring you some final scores real quick. Dixon Dukes and the Johnston City Indians. 24-6. Dixon has the lead now in the fourth quarter. Marion Wildcats and Collinsville, despite the score, that's been a good game over in Collinsville tonight. 48-18 Collinsville with the lead in the fourth quarter at the last update. Carmi-White County has clinched their spot in the IHSA playoffs with a 48-6 win over Edwards County. Fairfield won tonight over CZR Bearcats, 68-7.
That's big because they're now 4-3. They were one of those 500 teams. Another 500 team that got a big win. Flora, 20-8 over Hamco. 2 4-3 teams there in the Black Diamond, still in the mix for the playoffs.
Nashville Hornets, 49 over Pinckneyville's 14. That game's still in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think we're good. I think that was
That's
the final. Yeah.
Okay, all right, we'll add that. DeCoin Indians, 49 over Anna Jonesboro's 8 in the fourth quarter. Is that final yet, or do you still got
DuCoin, Nashville, both winners. They're both in the postseason.
Okay, all right. Carterville Lions, 50 over Massac County, 18. Murfreesboro Red Devils, 47 over Harrisburg, 6 in the third quarter. They will also have clinched their spot in the IHSA playoffs tonight.
And Nashville looking good again. Looks like they're going to get up to 5, 1 win away from an automatic berth for the Carterville Lions. Chester, I got them as a final over Dupo. 7-0, the Yellow Jackets. After not a great season last year, what a turnaround for them. Carbondale bounces back. They beat Solden Sumner out of St. Louis, 53-8 in that game. You got a Mount Vernon scored 35-12.
That's what I got in the fourth quarter.
All right. Anything else in there, Aaron? Cahokia Centralia, that was a big South 7 ball game. Going to determine who's in the driver's seat. Last I saw, it was 14-3. It was a good defensive game, and that's what I still have right now.
All right. Now, let's look at some of our local scores. We'll have the full final scoreboard posted here in just a few minutes up on WFCN News, along with some of the local teams who have clinched in the IHSA playoffs. Some final thoughts tonight.
Yeah, and I want to give out a player of the game.
Oh, yeah. Yes. We got to do our player of the game, and we'll also have our thrilling moment of the game here as well.
That's right. I want to go with A.J. Craven. There's a lot of Benton guys you could go with, but I'm going to go with him because he's done it on both sides of the ball. 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown, and an interception. Talk about a night. You run it in for 2, you receive it for 1, and you also get an interception. Pretty good night from A.J. Craven.
Player of the game, A.J. Craven. It's now time for our Black Diamond Harley Davidson Thrillville Thrillbillies thrilling moment of the game. Thrilling moment of the game, Garrett. What do we got?
There were some cool ones late, but that's when the game was decided. I'm gonna go with the game that really changed, or the play that really changed the game. I am gonna go with the Kyle Thomas 33-yard interception return for a touchdown. It was 8-6 at the time. Frankfort had the ball, a chance to march down the field and take the lead, and so they just flipped the script. Pick 6 to put the Rangers up 15-6 after the PAT. Kyle Thomas on the interception return for a touchdown. That's the thrilling play of the game.
All right. Once again, your player of the game tonight, A.J. Craven for the Benton Rangers. Going into next week, the Rangers will face the Pinckneyville Panthers here at home, a game we'll obviously have our eyes on next week, along with many others. 2 more wins would guarantee, or at least would definitely guarantee Benton a spot in the IHSA playoffs.
And I will say real quick,
Yep.
I don't think I'd want to come here and play them. So if they end up getting a home game, good shot Benton gets out of the first round even.
Yeah. Yep. Coming up a little bit later on, we also have next week for our WFCN Game of the Week. We'll be over in Sesser in what should be a very good game to determine the winner of the Black Diamond Conference, the undefeated Sesser Valier Red Devils against the likely 6-1 Johnson City Indians tonight in DuQuoin.
And it's still going to be 2 teams undefeated in conference play, which is ultimately what matters in conference standing.
Right, absolutely. All right, and we'll have a look at the Week 9 a little bit later on down the road and into the postseason. But for that is the end of Week 7. I'm Aaron Price alongside Garrett Smith, who does play-by-play, and executive producer Drew Smith. We'd like to thank you for joining us on tonight's game. Benton Rangers, West Frankfort Redbirds, your final Benton